You're right. So, My Chemical Romance's 2006 album, Welcome to the Black Parade, rock. It's a bit emo. So it's centered around this idea, this story of a guy being diagnosed with cancer, and his emotions and experiences surrounding this situation and his eventual death. So, starting with the end, it's an acoustic guitar, Gerard Way singing on the top, and the whole band comes and join them by the chorus. So this tune kind of has a sort of angst, sort of an emotional anger about it. But this tune generally is a softer, good intro into the album, and this idea as a whole. But this gets turned upside down by the next tune, Dead. A light-hearted, fun rock tune. What you'd be dealing with having to take on this diagnosis. Going to next with This Is How I Disappear. It's a cool tune with cool drums throughout. It's like the guy gained a bit of confidence and said, but too bad, I'm gonna fight this. But then with Sharpest Lives next, it's like he got downtrodden. So by this point you can kind of hear what this album's doing, dealing with this idea of getting this diagnosis and the emotions that you go through, you experience going through it. So every tune's got its own kind of bit to play, its own kind of part of that to show. So with I Don't Love You, this is him dealing with his relationship, at the end of this relationship probably. I'd bet that this tune is actually the end of a lot of teenage relationships. Cancer is more of an indie rock of the moment kind of tune. It's quite on the nose about the diagnosis. And then Mama is an amazing tune. It's really cool. It's like he's confessing all his sins to his mum, who you'd imagine is dead. But that's what he's doing, that's how he's dealing with this. Coming to the end, you've got Teenagers, an awesome rock anthem. It's a really easy album to pick up the lyrics to and sing along with. It's got cool guitars throughout. It's a really fun tune that gets you going and brings you into it if you're not already. Next to Disenchanted, quite a hard going, harsh, emotional tune. And to end is Famous Last Words, starting with a guitar solo. It lifts into this really uplifting rock tune, really fun uplifting rock tune, which is a great way to end the album. For some reason there's this hidden track, Blood, afterwards, so it's about a minute and a half of silence, and then Blood, the piano singing. It's a fun skit, sure, but what that's doing after the brilliant ending of Famous Last Words, I've no idea what that's doing there. Throughout, Gerard Way is a really good singer, so these emotions that you're hearing throughout, he really embellishes really well. So he gets the anger, he has the odd scream. There's a really good one on after the second chorus in Teenagers. But then he can do the darker sort of emo sort of tones in dark tunes like This Is How I Disappear. He can do the kind of country vibe that Mama has in the verses. He's a really good singer, which really brings this idea to life. The guitarist is always having fun. He's got plenty of guitar solos, and the guitar in Teenagers throughout, it really gets you stirring and really gets you going. So for so long, Fudge hated My Chemical Romance, conflated them with emos cutting themselves at the time, and that was harsh. It wasn't fair. My Chemical Romance have said they don't like this emo tag they've got. They'd never wanted it, even though the second album is apparently really emo. They didn't want anything to do with this, and it's a bit harsh to do that to them. So I got recommended, I do listen to them, and I have. This has actually turned out to be a really decent album. So it's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it is actually a really decent album. So highlights, I'd have to say Famous Last Words is such a fun tune, it's really uplifting, it's a great rock tune. Teenagers, obviously you being able to sing along really easily. It's a really stirring tune. You probably know it already. I Don't Love You, it's quite emotional, but anyone would understand if they've been through a breakup, would get this and hear and understand how it can fit in. Mama is such a cool tune, I really do love that tune. But apart from that, there's others that aren't quite as big highlights, but This Is How I Disappeared is a cool tune. Disenchanted is a really emotional tune. Overall, this has actually been a really cool listen. I'd recommend this album. So, until next time, take it easy.